December 17, 2024, Lacey life would change forever. He was driving on Louisiana Highway 20 when he was accused of speeding and illegally passing people, causing a head-on
damn!
A 78-year-old passenger. The victim was later identified as Herman Hall. May he rest in peace. A love of condolences to
damn, he was a veteran
Lacey
too?
was accused of speeding in a 2023 Dodge Charger. But here's where Lacey allegedly made things worse. 2 days prior, before a grand jury set to hear his case, April 12, 2025, Lacey was in his apartment in Houston, Texas, where reports come that he lost his life. May he rest in peace.
Damn, bro.
Condolences to his family. You can only imagine what he was going through.
Like, bro, the fact he wasn't invited to the NFL draft, bro. He had to work out at his pro day. He up in this apartment, bro. Damn near like, bro, my life over with, bro. Here, what's going on, JB fam? We back with the video. Y'all already know what it is. You already know what to do, man. I hate coming with y'all to these sad stories, bro. But today we gonna be talking about LSU football player Kyron Lacey, bro. Killed himself right before the draft, bro. That shit crazy, bro. He was a first round prospect and he killed himself. So we finna go over the details, man. So y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's hop right into the video.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
Like, bro, it was tough, bro. I used LSU on NCAA. Roll out. And he got the toe down. Stop playing with cuz. Okay, then. Stop playing with bro.
Lacey in motion. Nussmeier looking that way now. On the wheel, throws it on.
Head tap.
Come on, man.
That boy was like that. That boy was like that.
I'm going back line. I ain't done this, bitch. What's y'all, BT, baby? What's y'all, BT, baby? Hey, y'all. What's y'all? Come on, man. Hey. Come on, man. That fucking game.
Hey, baby.
What's y'all, Dante, bitch? Come on, man. It's game. That fucking. What up?
Them boys was turned.
I'll never forget my life, man. That was just amazing, man. That's what you come to LSU for, man. For all those younger recruits, man, this is what you come to LSU for. Big games like this, you're going to get an opportunity to play at the highest level, play against some great teams. Come on, man. There's nothing better than this. For all my young receivers, wide receiver type shit.
So 5 catches, 111 yards in the game-winning touchdown. He balled.
Damn, that boy was hooping.
We just learned that former LSU wide receiver Kyron Lacey has died.
Fam, believe it or not, I look at a lot of our videos as lessons. We get to learn from each other's story, spread awareness, and most of all, pay our respects. None of us is perfect. Today we talk about the hometown hero who had everything going for himself. And I know it might sound cliche that one bad decision can throw everything away, but that's the truth.
That's dead ass what will happen.
Prime example of that. And whether it was intentional or not, your reaction might determine your fate. Today we talk about an LSU star who some would say was the best wide receiver coming into this year's draft. A man who beat the odds already. But after a fatal incident in the winter of 2024, and just 2 days before a jury determined his fate, it seemed this man couldn't take the pressure and did the unthinkable. And for YouTube guidelines, fam, you already know what we're talking about. And we'll later elaborate on it in the video. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no one angle. I just give you the story. So with
that shit's sad, but check on your people, bro.
And subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Born December 27th in 2000, was a young kid who went by the name of Kyron Lacey. He was born and raised in Thibodaux, Louisiana. He attended
damn, bro was hooping from the booth.
As a senior, he had 54 receptions for 864 yards and 18 touchdowns.
Damn!
That's the 10th wide receiver in Louisiana for the 2020 class. He committed to the University of Louisiana at Lafayette to play college football as a 3-star recruit, declining offers from Houston, Louisiana Monroe, Louisiana Tech, Miami, and Virginia. And we all know for the following 2 years, COVID had hit. And not only college athletes, but the mass majority of the world was working from home. And for those who don't know, you get up to 4 years to play as a student athlete in college. And if you're not able to play that year,
you get
another year. Use that year the following year, which explains why Lacey didn't graduate in 2024, but instead entered the draft in 2025. As a true freshman at Louisiana in 2020, Lacey played in 11 games and had 28 receptions for 364 yards.
Shit, that's not bad.
In 2021,
For a freshman?
he played in 13 games and had 22 receptions for 304 yards and 6 touchdowns. After the season, he transferred to Louisiana State University.
That boy said time to move up.
He started 2 of 14 games at LSU in 2022, recording 24 receptions for 268 yards.
Damn, in 2 games?
Receiver in the LSU depth chart behind Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr., who entered the draft. Lacey started 13 games and had 30 receptions for 558 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2023.
That boy was hooping.
2024 season as the #1 receiver. On December 19th, he declared for the 2025 NFL draft.
Tight.
I don't look too crazy. I ain't look in the mirror.
Can you just talk about the chemistry you have with Garrett Nussmeier right now and just kind of how things have been working out this spring?
It goes way back to when I first got here. He's been ready. He's ready to take this next step. We come in every day looking to do something better every single day. It'll be little things like maybe
he seems like a good kid, bro.
Stuff like that, just to get on the same page.
And then Coach Kelly said on Saturday you're kind of stepping in these shoes that Malik and Brian left behind. How are you and Chris Hilton kind of fitting into that the gap of QB or wide receiver 1 and 2?
Seeing those guys come to practice every single day, it was a blessing because it really opened my eyes because those guys are like my brothers. So like everything they're doing, I was in the backfield, like just watching everything they do, like on and off of the field. So it's gonna be a big time to take over, but I'm ready for it.
And then I guess just like what do you bring to this offense, or what do you feel like is your biggest asset to this team?
I feel like I'm a big team leader. I want everybody else around me to be great. So if I push everyone around me, I feel like this team could go.
Either that boy media trained or he got a good head on his shoulders. And I'm going to go with the second one.
There's been a lot of talk about this offensive identity, especially after leaving Jaden and Malik and Brian all leaving. At this point in spring, what do you think this identity of the offense is?
We're still trying to find our identity. We come in every day looking to get better at something. Like if it's just red zone, we're looking to top the last time we did red zone. So we're still trying to find our identity. Those younger guys coming up every single day, they're getting better every single day. I got to give my shout out to Sheldon Sampson. He comes in every day. He been doing the little things right because last year maybe he wasn't doing the little things right, but now I feel like he's taking that next step.
That's a real nigga, bro. My mama, but that's a real nigga, bro.
How do you feel as far as now all eyes are kind of be on you? Is it a pressure and a burden you're looking forward to taking on?
It's not really pressure because the eyes is on LSU football, so it wouldn't necessarily be just on me because we have
that boy know what they're saying
and defensive unit, so we come in every day to get better. So.
Be a smart young man,
how would you
bro.
describe how
this
last year went for you in terms of how you started and how you finished personally?
Just having to lock in more, like in meetings. Like I had a couple drop balls. Everybody knows that, but it's like how are you gonna bounce back from that? You can't just sit down and be like,
"Woe is me."
Sorry for yourself, should I say?
Exactly.
So you just gotta come in every day
bounce
and work
back.
hard. So.
Can you remember a low point specifically where you said, "I gotta dig deep"?
I would say like after week 4, I felt myself like going down. So Malik, all those guys, they started bringing me up, telling me what I need to do on and off the field. So I just trusted those guys, trusted everything they was doing, and got me here.
Watching you in the spring, it looks like you're in the best shape you've ever been in. You're most confident. Is that how you would describe how you're playing right now?
Most definitely. I feel confident more than ever. Like,
bro, that boy was like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's like that, bro. When I use him on NCAA, bro, that boy do his thing. Oh my mama, he like that on NCAA. He was like that in real life, but this shit sad, bro.
R.I.P. fam. Lacey had trust the process. He was LSU #1 receiver. But just 2 days after entering the draft, December 17, 2024, Lacey's life would change forever. He was driving on Louisiana Highway 20 when he was accused of speeding and illegally passing people, causing a head.
Oh,
damn! 78-year-old passenger. The victim was later identified as Herman Hall. May he rest in peace. A love of condolences to
Damn, he was a veteran
Lacey
too?
was accused of speeding in a 2023 Dodge Charger. But here's where Lacey allegedly made things worse. He reportedly fled the scene without calling authorities or emergency services.
Damn,
Lacey was arrested
that's
January 12, 2025 after he agreed with the authorities to turn himself in. He was released on the same date on a $151,000 bail and was charged with negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation of a vehicle.
Herman Hall's family says he has been involved in a lot of high-profile litigation over his career and says he has never seen a name withheld by officials because someone was a high-profile individual.
No one is above the law, not a star athlete, not anyone.
damn, but they was finna try to cook, bro. In Louisiana, and he killed a white man.
Receiver Kyron Lacey is being accused of negligent homicide and hit and run for his involvement in the
Damn, but that's like Henry Ruggs type shit.
With a loving family, he leaves behind a wife who unfortunately has debilitating injuries from this accident as well. She was in the car with him. He leaves behind children and grandchildren. He's a retired soldier, retired law enforcement. Just a wonderful man that left a lifelong legacy behind.
They was finna try to cook, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He was driving recklessly along LA 20 in Thibodaux on December 17th, at one point crossing the center line. Drivers in the northbound lane tried to swerve out of the way, causing a head-on collision that took the life of Hall.
I think that tells us a lot about Kyron Lacey.
Attorney Digger Earls, who plans to represent Hall's family in the case, says he is a big LSU fan, but that will not stand in the way of this case.
I cheered Kyron Lacey throughout his career. That doesn't change my position or it doesn't change the job that I have to do seeking justice for this family.
Yeah, but they was finna try to fry this nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
That the suspect was a high-profile person and that they were going to take their time on the case.
I don't understand why state police would withhold the information, like the name of the defendant, because he plays football. That's ridiculous to me.
WBRZ ex-state police why it took 3 weeks to file the warrant. They said they had to speak with witnesses and look for all possible evidence to confirm Lacey was driving. Earl says Herman was a veteran Marine who would want justice.
My job is to seek justice for his family and for Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman lived his life fighting for justice. He would want someone to fight for him.
Lacey's agent, Rocky Arsenault, issued a statement.
I'm not saying he was right, bro, but
and that the facts will ultimately demonstrate the truth. You can read the full statement on our website at
April 14, 2025. A jury was set to hear Lacey's case, which is also 2 weeks away from the 2025 NFL Draft that's being hosted in Green Bay. But just 2 days prior before a grand jury set to hear his case, April 12, 2025, Lacey was in his apartment in Houston, Texas, where reports come that he lost his life. May he rest in peace.
Damn, bro.
Condolences to his family. You can only imagine what he was going through.
Like, bro, the fact he wasn't invited to the NFL draft, bro. He had to work out at his pro day. He up in this apartment, bro. Damn near like, bro, my life over with, bro. That's what he was thinking, bro. And I usually say, bro, you weak if you commit suicide, bro, cause you a man, you gotta live up to your actions, bro. But I don't know, y'all. Like that
Watching
shit
his
tough.
peers set for the draft. He was less than 48 hours before determining whether he would have to spend some time incarcerated. Fam, I hope we're able to learn from this. Sometimes things out of our control. But if he would have stayed there, the outcome could have possibly been different. I'm praying for everyone who was affected by this video that we just talked about. Fam, this was the story of a man from Louisiana who worked hard to one day live out his dreams in the NFL.
Man, that's about the end of the video, bro. I feel bad for both parties, bro. The man who lost his life, that shit sad, bro. Like that was some dumb shit, gang. Like I know we young and dumb sometimes, bro, but actions have consequences, bro. Real shit, bro. Like this shit sad, bro. Like you gotta make right decisions, bro. One wrong impulsive decision, bro, could change the trajectory of your whole life, bro. And sometimes you gotta believe in God, bro. Like even when shit, like even in his situation, bro. I'm not gonna speak for the man, bro, because he's not here, bro. We not in his shoes, bro. But sometimes, bro, when you F up, bro, you gotta sit there and trust God for the best outcome, bro. Cause who knows, bro? He could have probably had a good lawyer. They probably could have bumped the charges down. got probation, got a suspended sentence, something, bro. But once you kill yourself, bro, you take all that shit away, bro. Like, even if they would have tried to fry, bro, he still would have had a chance to live out his entire life, bro. Even if he got out of prison, bro. Like, that shit just sad, bro. But hey, that's it. I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to 1,000 subscribers. Tap into my second reaction channel, JBsiah 2. Link in the description. Tap into my clothing brand, JungleBredClothing. Link in the description. Man, y'all style that way, get you some money. All love, JBsiah. We out.